Hi guys, welcome back to another Horus Heresy unboxing. This time we have the Demios pattern Predator support tank. Again, it's €55 for this Predator. So on the back then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. You get five options in this one for the sponsoring weapon. So all in, there's 9 different types of Predator guns that you can have. So we have the Predator support tank armed with turret mounted neutron blaster. I don't know what that does. You have your flamestorm cannon. I would ideally like to do one of these because then I could just call it a Bal Predator. You have your conversion beam cannon. I also don't know what that does. I've played against the Executioner plasma destroyer. They are not very pleasant to deal with. And then you have your Magna melta cannon. So it's basically a melta gun on a tank. Okay, so I'm gonna pop this open, pull the kit out, and we'll have a look at it. Okay guys, so I've got the kit out of the tray out of the box. So starting off, we have our standard sponsoring weapon sprue. So you have your Volkites, heavy flamers, las cannons, and heavy bolters. Same as the other sprue, so nothing crazy there. Brand. This sprue is identical to the Predator battle tank. You have your armoured exterior top piece. Your 2 sponson side pieces are just going to clip onto the Rhino frame, and they have the slots here on the side for your exhaust pipes. You have your turret mounted, or your turret mount where the main gun will go. There's a slight ring piece there to go on to add in the viewports on it. You have your heavy armoured front piece, which just builds out the front of the Rhino, and then in the base of the turret. Now from looking at the instructions, I do believe this piece is where the guns actually clip onto to rotate up and down, so I might be able to get a magnet inside of that. Oh no, it doesn't. You could probably get a magnet in there to allow you to switch out your turret options. Okay, so this is the cool stuff here now. So your Magna melta cannon is actually pretty big. They don't actually look as big as this now on the box. So you have your 2 kind of gun cover pieces that'll sit over the gun. This pipe connects from the power pack at the back of the turret housing into the gun. That's our plasma executioner. Looks pretty nice. I'm going to presume this is something to do with the neutron blaster. These pieces here. We have the bases of the conversion beamer. I think they used to be very good in 30k. I'm not 100% sure what they're like now. So there's the side and kind of panel pieces to go on there. That looks like the basis of the heavy or the flamestorm cannon, which will be connected to these 2 pieces here. That's obviously the bottom piece there that sparks up the flamer. I really like this piece here with the fan in it. I think that's some kind of side piece or coolant engine for the back of the turret mount, especially for the plasma cannon, so you don't roll ones and melt your tank. I'm not quite sure what this hair clipper piece is either. I see it there. So that's sprue number 3. Sprue number 4 is your standard vehicle upgrade sprue with all your pintle mounted options, smoke launchers, havoc launcher, bulldozer, dozer blade. I think dozer blade is actually the correct term for it, not snowplow. Grand, so that's that piece. And then you have your standard Demios Rhino pattern, or Demios pattern Rhino sprue. So the sections where the guns or the sponsored weapons clip onto it just sits in here, which I think will actually add structural stability to the side of this tank, because when you build it without that, it is actually a little bit loose trying to connect the side pieces up to the piece that slides in for the doors. So that's kind of your standard base that we're going to see for all these types of tanks. I imagine the Scorpius Whirlwind Scorpius, sorry, is going to be a similar enough thing, where we'll get the Demios Rhino as the base kit with just an upgrade sprue to add for the turret on the top. That's all of our pintle mounted options, sponson options. Okay, so just trying to have a look here. Now it tells you not to glue this piece here, so that will allow you to rotate the gun up and down. Yeah, it looks like there's, so if you were to magnetise this, you have a gun cover piece that you'd have to magnetise to the turret base, and you'd have to magnetise guns to it, and then you have different guns magnetised into different gun covers. Yeah, look, it shouldn't be too hard to do, but it just means you're magnetising to this piece, you're magnetising to this, and then you're magnetising to the gun. It's definitely something that's doable. In the meantime, I'm going to go and look up the rules for all these new guns and see which one I actually want to get painted up first, and I'm going to get building this as well. So we'll see in a minute, see the build model. Hi guys, welcome back. Here we have the Predator support tank. Basically, the body of the Predator is the same as the battle tank. The only real difference is the turret and the gun options that you get. So for this one, I went with the one that kind of has like a coolant pipe attached to it because I thought it looked cool. And it has a fan on the back. Otherwise it would have been the same as the other one, where you'd have to magnetise. This piece could be glued on, you'd have to magnet in the side of it, and then all the different options to glue into the tank. Did glue on the Havoc launcher on this one. Just thought, why not? It'd make life a little bit easier. For this one though, Flamestorm Cannon has its own kind of gun, which is fine, looks cool. Okay. Conversion beam fits on by itself, no real drama there. Same thing again, I just drop green stuff and a magnet in. Neutron blaster or neutron laser, whatever it's called. Same scenario. Now the only problem is when you come to the plasma executioner and the magna melta lance or whatever it's called, you only have one more kind of turret mount. So what I'll have to do is I'll actually have to sub-magnetise this, followed by, so look, it clips in pretty easy, and sub-magnet in there. That's the only other piece that I have to do on this one. Other than that guys, same issues with the build. Went with the smoke launchers on the searchlights. Had to glue the front pieces on. Same scenario again with the back door. Had to glue the back pieces on, and I'd done the same scenario, build method with the tank tracks. I went the whole way around rather than start, middle, and then fill in the gaps. But that's it for this one guys. I'm looking forward to getting this guy painted up, because now I can use him as a second BAL Predator in 40k because I have a Flamestorm cannon. And stay tuned to see this guy painted up. Thanks for watching and have a good day.